everyone. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Thursday. I'm going to wait for a few people to come on in and then we'll get started. So, I'm going to introduce myself in case you're new here on this channel. We'll also be running this back for a replay. So, I'm Marissa. I'm the founder and CEO of Real Rhythm Dance and Fitness. I've been running this company for 8 years. Prior to that, I was a dance fitness instructor. I grew up with musical theater background. I was teaching Zumba for a few years before getting into other formats and then eventually starting my own format called Real Rhythm Dance Workout, which I'm sure some of you guys are familiar with if you are a subscriber or you're part of our tribe in New Jersey and San Diego, which we are now expanding to. So today is Juneteenth. It is now a federal holiday, which is amazing. And while a lot of Black people may or may not choose to celebrate, it's really up to them. It's their prerogative. I think it is a good day to just set a reminder for ourselves that we have the ability and the freedom and the autonomy to take care of ourselves, to pour into ourselves. I think, Black people are always striving to do better. We've been kind of ingrained, from a young age that we need to work 10 times harder than other people or that we need to, outperform our colleagues or other people who may not be Black so that we can get the same opportunities or so that we can create our own. So, today, I just wanted to invite the Black girls, the Black boys, whoever, women of color to come on and just take an hour to really pour into themselves and to really, take time to breathe, to be calm, to meditate, to ground, to get into their body. We're going to do some somatic movement with my dog Milo. We are going to set our intentions for summer. Tomorrow's the first day of summer solstice. I'm really excited. I'm going to be hosting a retreat in New York State. So that's exciting. And we're going to be doing some journaling. So if you have your journal, I would grab that and just have it nearby. You don't need it right now immediately, but we are going to be doing some journaling later. Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. Also, if you are someone who is not celebrating Juneteenth, you're not a Black woman, you don't need any self-care, I would ask for you to leave this live. It's not for you. And we don't want any negativity here in this live. So please leave. All right, y'all. So we're going to start with a gratitude meditation today. So I just want to invite you to get comfortable wherever you are. Find a quiet space, a quiet place. Maybe you're outside. Maybe you are in your home office. Maybe you are in your office at work. And I just want to make sure everyone can hear me. So if you're here for some grounding, some meditation, some self-love, just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. That would be embarrassing for me to just be guiding you guys through a meditation and no one can hear me. So drop the thumbs up and then we'll get started. Amazing. Yay. Okay. And my dog, he wants to play so bad, but he's going to find out, not today. Okay, so let's get into a comfortable position. All right. And I want us to, before we close off the eyes, I want us to just start with some breath work here. All right. So getting comfortable, grounding yourself in, maybe you're sitting on a mat, maybe you're sitting on the grass, maybe you're sitting on the floor. We're going to start with some cleansing breaths. So we're going to take a nice deep inhale through the nose, hold for a second, and exhale through the mouth. Good. Let's do that again. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Again, inhale. Now you can close off the eyes gently. And exhale. Releasing the weight of the world. Again, inhaling. Hold. Exhale. Releasing judgment of yourself. Again, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Releasing expectations of yourself. Another inhale through the nose. Hold. This time we're going to exhale with a sigh. Good. Releasing everything. Let's do that again. Inhale. Hold. And release with a sigh. Good. We're going to do that one more time. This time, I want your sigh and your exhale to be nice and loud. Release whatever you need to release. That's what we're here for. Inhale. Hold. And exhale with a sigh. Good. All right, let's start with some somatic work really quickly before we get into our deeper meditation. Let's just shake the wrists out. Shake it out, shake it out. Maybe you are holding on to some emotions of anger or of stress. You're tired of your job. You're tired of outperforming. You're tired of trying to prove your worth. You're tired of trying to do the most. Maybe you are juggling multiple jobs, multiple responsibilities. Maybe you are the breadwinner in your family. Maybe you are the healer in your family. Maybe you are currently working through a lot of generational traumas that you are trying to heal from and release. All right, good. All right, relax the hands. And then now we're going to start with some neck circles. So gently bringing your head over to one side and then rolling the head around. Good. We're just settling into the body so that we can really focus on connecting to our higher self through meditation. Good. Reverse your neck circles. You might feel a little cracking in your neck. That is okay. Good. And let's just come back to a neutral spine. All right. Okay, so we are going to get into a gratitude meditation. So we're going to focus on feeling gratitude, feeling thankful for everything. Hello, Ebony. Hi. Yes, go in the bathroom and meditate at work, girl. Tell them you need a break. It's Juneteenth. All right, y'all. So we are going to close off the eyes and start to come back to your breath. The breaths don't have to be as dramatic, but just start to find your flow in your breath. And I want to invite you to focus on one sound that you can currently hear. For me, that's the birds outside. Focus on that one sound, clearing the mind, allowing your senses to take over. Maybe for you, it's not so pleasant of a noise. That's okay. But just see if you can really focus on that one noise, that one sound, and find acceptance in it. Acceptance that we're not always able to control what's happening in our surroundings. However, we can appreciate them. What if the world was just completely silent all the time? That would be a little strange, right? So we do need some stimulation, some noise every now and then, some white noise. Maybe you're in New York and that's like a taxi taxi cab, but just find appreciation in it, your surroundings, where you are, where you live. Maybe that's your child in the background, maybe that's a television. Find appreciation for whatever it is. Knowing that everything around us is a gift from God, from the universe, from spirit, from source, whatever you call it. And we are just observing what's around us. Now, I want us to think of one particular thing that we are grateful for today. It's Juneteenth, so maybe that is your freedom to create your life, to have better job opportunities than your parents or your grandparents. Maybe it is gratitude for being able to provide for yourself, for your children, for your pets. Maybe you're feeling gratitude for your body, for waking up feeling energized, for feeling good in your body, connected to your breath, able to move your body. How does that feel at your heart center when we bring in those feelings of appreciation and gratitude for what we have? Does your heart start to beat faster or slower? Do you get butterflies in your stomach? Do you feel teary eyed? Allowing gratitude and appreciation to take over your entire body, feeling it in all of your cells, allowing it to tingle. Gratitude should feel like joy. Sometimes it can feel like sadness as well. But let's try to find the joy in it. Joy and gratitude are two feelings and emotions that we can tap into at any time during the day. It doesn't need to be through journaling, it doesn't need to be through a guided meditation. You can find gratitude by simply taking a break and tapping into something that makes you feel alive. Good. Now we are going to gently bring our hand to our heart center, keeping your eyes closed here, and one hand on your belly. And just start to feel your heartbeat. Maybe your heart's beating really slow. Maybe you're in a deep resting place, and that's amazing. So if you can't feel your heart beating, it's not a bad thing. You're just really relaxed. But see if you can really maybe adjust your hand so you can find the rhythm. Feeling appreciation for your organs in your body, for your function, having everything you need within you to create, to expand, to find joy and pleasure, love, community, support. You have everything within you right now. And we're going to end this meditation with a mantra. So you're going to take a nice deep inhale through your nose and exhale, saying, I am enough. Two more times. Inhale. Exhale the words, I am enough. And one more time. Inhale through your nose. And exhale the words, I am enough. Knowing that you are, feeling certainty that you are enough and that you were created equal to any other human, any other living being on this earth, any living creature. We are all created equal. And gently open your eyes. Amazing. All right, let's go back to just shaking out those wrists. Maybe you got a little teary-eyed like me. Oh my God. Shake out those wrists, shake out any emotions. All right, so we are going to get into our somatic. I'm sorry, Milo, I didn't mean to push you. We're going to get into our somatic portion. We're going to go through a nice stretch and strength. So this isn't going to be a crazy workout. We're going to focus mostly on mobility, but we're also going to be strengthening the core. It's very important for us to find our center, find our core strength, find our strength period, right? Especially if we're talking about us as Black women, we deal with a lot that sometimes makes us feel really weak. It can make us feel weak or small. So finding that strength and balance through our own bodies, through our own abilities, is very important. So something is, small as being able to hold yourself in a plank is really important. Let me see what Ebony's saying. Let's not be. Oh. Yeah, girl, let's ignore these comments. I don't even know why these people are in this live. All right, so let's start with some cat cows. We're going to bring our hands directly under our shoulders, knees directly under the hips, and let's round the back. Drop your chin. Take an exhale. And we're going to drop the belly, open the chest, look up, inhale. Again. Round the back. Drop your chin, exhale. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Round the back, drop your chin. And open. Inhale. We're going to do that one more time. One of each. Round the back. Exhale. Inhale, open the chest. Amazing. All right, from here, we're going to widen the knees, okay? So knees are wide, your toes are going to be together. We're going to go in some circles, keeping that same motion of rounding and arching the back. So we're going to sit back, go in a circle, sit on your heels, round your back. Maybe you're going to walk your arms more forward. Come all the way to the other hip. Then coming forward, you're going to arch and then go in a complete circle. Round and arch. Round as you go back. Really try to sit on your heels. Get some space in the shoulders and the arms. Really reach those fingertips forward. Arching. Pause at the top. Once you get there, we're going to go the opposite way. So coming back around. Rounding. Arching. Rounding. Grounding, also grounding. Good, opening, arching, rounding the back, arching, rounding, and pausing at the top. Amazing. From here, we are going to plant the right hand. You're going to open up on your left, start to take some wrist circles here. Good, roll out the wrists. And then now we're going to thread the needle, bring that arm all the way under. Relax your shoulder down. You can either have your elbow reaching up or your arm straight out in front of you. Just start to breathe here. Deep breaths, release everything. Think about the shoulder that's on the ground right now, really releasing all the stress, all the tension in that shoulder. Good. We're gonna now bring your right hand back to the mat, press up to center. Good. And we're gonna do that on the other side. So you're gonna now plant your left hand, reach up with your right. Let's take some wrist circles here, going each direction. Good. And then now we're going to bring that arm under, through, and then release the head down. My dog's licking my hand over here. He's so sweet, though. He loves stretching with mommy. So you either have your elbow bent or your arm is all the way out in front of you. Good. Breathe. Again, releasing everything from that shoulder, leaving it into the mat. All the tension, all the stress, let it go. Deep breaths. And we're going to now come back up, all fours. All right, let's get into a little core work, yeah? Some stretch. I can't even, some stretch. I said stretch, not me combining both of the words. Okay, so we're going to get into some core activation. Milo, please. And hands are going to be right back under your shoulders. This time we're going to tuck your toes, okay? Tuck your toes. You're going to lift your knees. So just hover your knees about 4 inches above the floor. So your body is like a little table right now. Your knees are hovering. Pull your navel up towards your spine. Nice flat back, like if someone had a teacup on your back. Good. Drop your knees. We're going to do that 3 more times, okay? We're building that core strength. Strong body, strong mind. Tuck your toes again. Slight bend in your elbows. Don't have them be like super locked out. Slight bend in your elbows. And then again, we're going to hover the knees. Just come up a few inches off the mat. 90 degrees in both of your legs. Activating that core. Also building strength in the upper body. Good. Release the knees. We're going to do that 1 more time. You can also shake the hips out here in between. Okay, we're going to do that again. So tucking your toes, okay? Tuck them toes. Slight bend in your elbows. Really press into your mat. And then lift the knees, hover. Pull your navel up towards your spine. That's how we engage the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Yes. All right. Now, let's bring your wrists in front of you. So palms facing towards your body. And then now palms facing forward. Just stretching out those wrists a little bit more. If you work at a desk or you're always on a computer, we got to make sure we are stretching out those wrists so that we don't end up with thriller arms all the time. Thriller hands. Good. Amazing. All right. We're going to work the upper body just a little bit more, okay? No, I told y'all this is stretch and strength, okay? So we're going to come back to all fours. This time, you're going to walk your knees out a little bit further back, so about 45 degrees. And then we're going to push your hips slightly forward. All right. You're going to make sure your hands are directly under your shoulders. Your elbows are going to be coming back behind you. We're going to go into a tricep push up. So the elbows aren't coming out wide, they're coming right to the edge of your torso. Okay. We're just going to do 5 to start. To start. So again, push your hips slightly forward, and then we're going to come down. Chest comes to the mat, hover, and then push away using your palms. Good. Make sure that core is engaged. Again, coming down, hover your chest. Now push away. Good. Make sure you are inhaling on the drop. Inhale. Exhale as you lift. Good. We have 2 more here. Again, inhale. Exhale. Good. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Amazing. All right. From here, bring your knees back wide. Toes are together. We're going to stretch out those triceps. So I want you to imagine that you're praying. Okay. So your hands are going to be directly over your head. They're going to look like this. Okay. So you're going to squeeze your elbows to your head. Before you do that, just come down to child's pose. Bring your forehead to the mat and then walk those elbows forward, hands praying over your head. So the more that you walk your elbows forward, the more you get a nice stretch here in the back of the arms, the triceps, shoulders, lats. This should feel really good. Just breathe here. Maybe you do say a little prayer here. I say a little prayer for you the moment I wake up. That's my song, y'all. Deep breaths. Good. Release those arms in front of you. Slowly roll yourself back up. Yeah. That's the one. That's the stretch. Before I put on my makeup. All right, y'all. We're going to go into a straddle stretch. So let's bring those legs out wide here. Yeah. All right. Sit up nice and tall. We don't want to be slouched here, rounded back, nice, long torso. All right. From here, make sure your toes are flexed. I know you can't see my toes in this frame, but make sure they're facing up. So your toes are reaching up towards the ceiling. And from here, we're going to go into some circles. So we're going to open the hips here. Your torso is leading. Milo, I don't want to play right now. I'm working. He doesn't understand that concept, which I'm kind of jealous. Like, why can't I just sleep, play, and eat all day? Good. All the way around. Hello, everyone, if you're just joining us. If you didn't reverse. I think I did. Good. Good. You can go the other way again. So we want to go each direction twice. And try to keep a nice flat back here. Flat back. Reverse one more time. Good. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Good. All right. From here, we are going to start to bring our body over to the left. So you're going to bring your elbow to the inside of that leg or that thigh. Try to keep the chest open here. And then we're going to reach that arm over towards your left foot. Remember, again, that toe should be reaching up, flexed towards the ceiling. Good, deep breaths. Just opening that side body. That should feel really good here. Come back to center. And we're going to do that on the other side. So again, remember, toes are facing up, they're flexed. You're going to bend your right elbow, bring it to the inside of your right thigh or shin, and then reach that arm up and over. Try to keep the chest open. We don't want to close here, so keep it open. Breathe. Releasing everything through the side. Come back center. Good. All right, from here, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. All right. Soles of the feet together. We're going to go for some butterflies. So we're going to just push the knees down and up, down and up, down and up. Good. And from here, we're going to round your back. So start to bring your shoulders forward as you bring your chin into your chest. And then we're going to pull your chest forward now, slightly leaning forward over your toes with a flat back. Again, round your back, drop your chin. And then we're going to open, Milo. Stop it. It's being bad right now. Open the chest, flat back. And then again, we're going to round, come back. And open, come forward, flat back. So finding that contrast, rounding, and then lengthening. You can use your elbows to push those knees down to open up the hip flexors a little bit more. And then again, round, bring your chin in towards your chest. And then again, forward. Nice. Good, good, good. Okay, so from here, we're going to bring those feet out in front of you. So legs are straight, right out in front of you. And then from here, we're going to bring arms over the head. Milo, stop. Arms over the head and then right over the feet. So legs are straight here. You can have a nice slight bend in your knees if you need to. Drop your chin. Rounding the back forward, forward. Deep breaths. Think about breathing out through your neck. Okay. I'm going to turn to the side so you guys can see me. So I'm lengthening first. So before you guys go into that, make sure you are nice and lengthy, right, through your torso. And then when you lean forward, that's when you want to finally just drop that chin into your chest. Think about breathing. We're going to slowly come up. Good. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale over your head. Arms are nice and straight here. And then we're going to fold, drop the hands. Release everything to the back of the neck. And then inhale. Good. Amazing. All right, y'all. We're going to do one final stretch here before I give you guys some journal prompts and some wellness tips before we head out. Okay. So final stretch here. We're going to bring one foot in front. So maybe it's your right foot that you bring in front first. Push those knees down, and then we're going to start to walk the hands forward. So this is going to stretch out mainly that right side of the hip, or whichever leg you have in front of you. So if it's your left, you're going to feel it mostly in your left side. If it's your right leg, you'll feel it in that right hip. So just start to bring those arms forward, and then wherever you can get them, just relax. Drop the chin. Make sure you're breathing. Slowly roll it up. Good. And we're going to do that on the other leg now. So we're switching. So your left leg is going to be in front now. Make sure both knees are pushing down towards your mat. And then we're going to walk the hands out in front, wherever you can go, and then just drop your chin wherever you are. Try to keep your booty cheeks on the ground. Don't let them elevate or come forward with you. So actively be pushing back your hips and actively be pushing your fingertips forward. Deep breaths. Releasing anything in the hips. And slowly roll it forward. Roll it up. Roll it up. Roll it up. Amazing. Ooh. Go for a nice counter stretch. Lift that chin. And back to center. Yes, I hope you guys are feeling amazing. Okay, so we are going to go into our journal prompts. All right. So if you have your journal, if you guys don't know, I actually created my own journal in 2023. It is a 60-day. Well, it could be extended past 60 days. If you use it every day, it'll take you to 60, but it's a guided wellness journal. This is actually the large version, which I like. You can definitely like fit more and extend more of the time that you have with the journal. But yeah, I created it. It's a guided journal. So there's a lot of like prompts in here, inner child work, self-care toolkit, all that good stuff, a lot of prompts. So it's on our website, Roll Rhythm Dance and Fitness. You can pre-order it. We are going to be having, we're going to be restocking this summer most likely, but you can pre-order and we can get that out to you if you're interested. It also comes in a smaller size. I do have the smaller one here. So this is our original one. It's green, it's small. So this is the big one. This is the small one. Again, I like created these from scratch. Love them. A lot of opportunity to just put everything on paper. So yeah. So today I'm gonna leave you guys with some soul work. Okay. So again, it's Juneteenth. That may or may not mean anything to you, and it's up to you. If you're a Black person, you can choose whether or not you want to celebrate this holiday. It could mean, okay, it's just another federal holiday, right? Just another reason for people to get off work. But what does it actually mean to you to be free? That's going to be your journal prompt for today. What does freedom mean to me? What does freedom look like to me? Really get clear on that. I think our generation, if you're a millennial especially, or even generation before that, Gen Z, I think we are really craving freedom. I think what we're seeing, what we've been seeing since 2020 is a lot of people like feeling deeply unhappy in what they're doing, their work. They're not feeling fulfilled. They're not feeling like their time is theirs, their life is theirs. A lot of people are feeling stuck in places, jobs, situations, relationships that they're looking to get out of, and but they just don't have any guidance. They don't know what that looks like on the other side. And sometimes the only way that we're able to get out of situations or push ourselves towards feeling more free or towards feeling like we have more control over our lives is by getting clear on what that even looks like. You know, when we are talking about manifesting or bringing things into our reality, we first have to know what is the vision, right? What is it that we actually truly want out of life? So when it comes to freedom, which Juneteenth symbolizes, you know, an end of slavery in America, an end of, uh, you know, pushing people, forcing people to work for free to build this country for years, centuries. The end of that, you know, and now having this autonomy, this opportunity, this um, chance to create a life that maybe our ancestors, our great grandparents didn't have access to. So we don't want to take that for granted, which is why I wanted to start with our gratitude meditation for today, just to really embody what that even looks or feels like, to feel appreciation, to feel what maybe our grandparents, again, our ancestors didn't even get a chance to feel, you know, being able to come on YouTube and take the time to stretch, maybe having the day off. Our ancestors, they didn't have a day off. There were no days off when you're a slave, like there's no days off. So even having the opportunity to have a day, you know, that's a blessing. So if you are in a job, thank your job, thank it through prayer, thank it, you know, thank God that you even are allowed to have this day to really pour into yourself and to remember and to reflect why you were here, and to show appreciation for our ancestors, the people that came before us that have, you know, paved the way, that have gone through so much, that have endured so much pain, so much suffering, for us to now have this opportunity to create, to live, to build. It's beautiful. So, regardless of what's going on in the world, especially if you guys are in the United States or America, you know, you still have the option to tune out, unsubscribe. You do not have to be a subscriber to chaos. You do not have to be a victim to whatever is happening in the government, in the world. You do not have to be a victim. You do not have to be someone who is involved in that. So take the time. Like, this is really important. Your well being is the most important thing that should be priority to you. If you are not well, you do not have anything. If you are not well, you cannot build wealth. If you are not well, you cannot maintain relationships. If you are not well, you can help other people. So your wellness comes first. And that doesn't have to look like aesthetics. That doesn't have to look like Pilates reformer. It doesn't have to look like matcha or green juices every day. It doesn't have to look like that. What does wellness look like to you? That can also be your second prompt. But I want you to focus on, what does freedom mean to you today, in this moment, in 2025, going into summer. This is the perfect time to just really get clear about how you want to spend your summer. What's your intention? So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's workshop. I know we had people in and out, but this will be up for replay as well. So you can always come back to it, get in that nice meditation, those nice stretches. And I hope that you guys have a beautiful, amazing day. Again, if you're not subscribed, make sure you guys are subscribed to our channel. We put out a lot of free workouts, dance tutorials. We do have meditations with myself on our website. So you can do a free trial if you'd like to check out our online membership, which is Real Rhythm Unlimited. So you get access to all of our dance tutorials, all of our stretch and strength, flexibility, core work, guided meditations. Like I said, our original format, Real Rhythm Dance Workout. You can check out all of that on our website. But first, you know, become a subscriber if you're not subscribed. Please support. Appreciate you guys so much. Support your Black owned businesses, your local Black owned businesses, that's something you could do today on Juneteenth to give back and show love to the community. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye, y'all. Take care.